Hey, it's new here. This is the USS Yorktown CB5 from Trumpeter. It's in 1/200 scale. I love the box art here. Love the Fletcher class and I think the Indianapolis class. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember. Heavy cruiser. And the Yorktown. This is the Yorktown class, this is the lead member of the class. One of the other really famous aircraft carriers from the Yorktown class is the USS Enterprise. That I'll talk later in a video about the history of that ship. Yep, so I got this at Andy's Hobbies. Shout out to Andy's Hobbies. Love that guy. He's a nice guy. I also dig good colors. I got Mr. Color number 32. 71, 31, 35, and 9. That's what I needed for this. I'll go into that later in the video. Let's open it up. So here we have it. We have the decal sheet, which I'll open up. Because here it is. So it is as I said, it's a 1/200 scale. It comes with 5 Dauntlesses, which are the SBD3s, 5 Devastators, the TBD ones, and then the 5 Wildcats. So there's in total 15 planes. But here is the decal sheet. Not many decals, well, except for the planes they have for each one is going to be, looks like a lot. Not a lot of decals, which I like for the ship, the main ship decals. Move that. You have the 2 5s as you usually have because it's a CB5, and then the flags, and then there are other flags. So that's a cool detail they add to that. Next thing we have is the pipe assembly. Pipe assembly is where all the aviation fuel was kept back in World War II. So here it says like where it goes, where it is going to go, the bow, stern, and then it says for brass wires, the painting guide and marking. So like the decal placement and the painting placement. It's very nice. Has the side, the port side, I think. And I forgot the other side, but top, side, and side. Shows you the planes, top, side, side. Like this sort of for all planes. There too. Tells the colors. I got Mr. Hobby and some Tamiya too. I probably have to get a little bit more of Mr. Color because he did not have it. He did not have some in there, but he said he'd restock them, so I have to go back and get some more. But yeah, love that guy. He's a really nice guy. I'm going to be getting another model from him. Staying tuned for that. It's a 1/16 scale M113 APC. Yeah, stay tuned for that. I will be showing that and building that. And then it has the master tools, like the photo etch part, photo spender, medium. Looks like it's going to be medium, small, large. Modeling brush, tweezer set, turnable table, electric sander and polisher. That's pretty cool. Electric cutter, grinder and drill, paint mixer, that would be very handy. Track maker, micro cutter pliers, which I don't need since I already have them, and micro hand drill. Put that back. And then scale models, new items. This is from February 2019 to April 2019. Has the T80 NBT. BMD3, mine, the USS Yorktown, and then Nanchang Q5, which is Chinese, and then German E75 Flak Painter, and then the Hemet tractor. Instruction booklet. Here it is. It's pretty cool. It shows the parts first. Also comes with chain, which is another nice add. Comes with 7 PE. I guess sprues. I think that's what they're called, the sprues. Your hole, which is right here, and all of your other deck is underneath these two here. yeah, instruction book is very nice. Very simple. Shows you the decal, shows you the photo etch before it's bent and how you need to bend it. Which I probably need to measure and all that, so I get it very correct and precise. Other than that, let's get on to the parts, which are very detailed. So here's the magnificent hole. So here it is. So I measured it. It's about 4, almost an inch long. Full hole, which I like, since I built a couple models that are not full hole. They're kind of split in half, and they're really hard to do because they have that seam line, that really ugly one, where you have to sand off like the whole front of it and repave it, which I'm glad I don't have to do that. Very nice detail on the portholes. There's injector pin marks inside, which is, it's fine. You won't see them. Yeah, very nice. Has the holes that you need for the stuff you're going to be putting in. I'm probably going to sand off these 2 pin marks, 3 right there, those 3, and then sand off the lines that are right here. So it's not full. It's not inconsistent. Except there's that hole, and then I put this back in and I'll show the rest. So this kit will run you, it's pretty expensive, but because of how big it is, it will run you around $300 to $400, unless you get like a retail store or a Amazon. It's probably going to be a little bit more expensive than Amazon, so the shipping and all that. I like to get my models in person, which is very nice because you get that feeling is the best feeling ever, is getting a model in person instead of getting it in the mail. So there's different ones. This is number A, B, C, and then D. Like I said, this is all the deck here. So the hangar deck and the flight deck. So it has, looks like to be the side of the ship, more siding, and then some of the structural details on the outside, and then looks like to be some of the island. Most boats in here look like that, and a lot. I think it's all anti-aircraft too. Yeah, it's pretty much some of the side and some of the island, and most all anti-aircraft guns. So here it looks to be, oh yes, so here's the island. It's a one-piece island, which I love too, since you don't see a seam line, so you don't have to sand it. I'll probably sand a little bit of it, just to make sure there's nothing there, like a little double check. It's a very nice hull, a little squishy on the bottom. That makes sense because it's really long, no supports in there, which I don't really care about. You won't see anything underneath that. The planes do come clear. So here's one. This is the Devastator. You probably can't really see it. It's all clear. So you got the propeller, you got the back landing gear, one side, engine, cockpit, wing, elevator, landing gear. Got 5 of those. 5 Wildcats, same kind of idea, and 5 Dauntlesses. This to me looks like a part of the deck, I assume. I'll research more about that too. I don't really know what this is. I'll see that. And the more island stuff looks to also be like the four propellers and all the anti-aircraft, like the 20 mils. So here's that one. This is B. So this is box B. It says on the box there's around 1,124. Sorry, not 24. 20 parts plus. So around that area. And this is the bigger box of the two because it does not have any of the. Oh my god, my brain. Does not have the flight deck or hangar deck underneath. Here it is. More side profiles of it. More looks like to be in the hangar deck. Anti-aircraft installations. The hangar. This looks like to be some part of the bow. Something goes in that. More anti-aircraft. And more side and more side. And then here is the wire. Here's the brass wire and the chain inside there. The chain's pretty hard to see. It's pretty small to scale, as I said. More plastic, and then here's a photo etch. So you have, there's 2 in each one. That looks like, yeah, 2 in each one. So here's one that looks to be like the crane you're going to be building. And it says in the instruction kit too, it shows you how it's going to be built. It's pretty much self-explanatory. You probably just bend everything. But it shows you what it looks like this, and then what it will look like built. And then here's more. Another crane. Pretty much just a duplicate of each one. So a small guy there, more there. That one, and railing. I'll put all this back in, and I'll get out the hangar deck and flight deck. Oh, sorry. Here it is. This here is part of the flight deck. Looks like to be the part of the back to the island, which is pretty big for that. Spans, yeah, probably it's wider than my desk. Very nice detail in the kit. Gotta cut a couple things where the ejector pins are. Other than that, pretty good. Flight deck, love how they put the foam so it's protected. And then the bow, so where all the chains are going to be going, most of the front. And this is the front part of the flight deck, so this will go right here. That's how long it's going to be. It's about, whoops. It's going to be about right there. As of course, I still have the bags in because I will be unpacking it on another video, which will be checking out. Other than that, there's the, as I said, great detail from Trumpeter. Shout out to them. Love their kits. Stuck. No stuff. There we go. Getting the fence in there. So here is part of the bottom hangar deck. You do have an option of putting the elevators, so like where the planes are going, that go up and down from the flight deck to the hangar deck or hangar deck to flight deck. There's options for that. See, like this is the flight deck, so it has a hole in there, and then the hangar deck has like a little notch in it, so you can put it there. But yeah, here it is, and then this will go like this. Like that. Just a little background about this model. I got it because hold on a second. because my grandpa, he was in World War II. He was actually on the ship and helping sailors. He was a sailor, I think. Yeah, he was a sailor. He was in the Navy. He was on this boat, the Concord, the second Yorktown, and the Midway. So I love that guy. He's passed away now. He passed away. Sad, but it has to happen, you know. And then, yeah, so there it is. Thank you for watching. This is Yui. Remember to subscribe, like, and share to your friends. Thank you. Bye-bye.